Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. Today I'll continue sharing from the book by my guru, His Eminence the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche. And this is the book that I'll be sharing from, The Living Buddha Within, Sam Rinpoche. I'll be reading from chapter 7, Ready for Practice, starting from page 131. And the previous 3 sessions I've already shared on the earlier part of this chapter, which is on starting your practice, the setting up of an altar, and also how we get into the actual prayers and meditation. So let me go to a picture of the altar. This is a typical altar in the Tibetan Buddhism, Buddhist family home. Or actually some of us has also set this altar at our office table. So wherever you feel convenient and that you're able to do your practice, that is very good to have an altar there, because it's a good reminder to us. Okay, let's see, page 131. Such fluctuations and moods arise because we are too closely involved with our external situations. We are like a child making a sand castle who is excited when it is first made, but who becomes upset when it is destroyed by the incoming tide. By training in meditation, we create an inner space and clarity that enables us to control our mind regardless of external circumstances. Gradually, we develop mental equilibrium, a balanced mind that is happy at all times, rather than an unbalanced mind that oscillates between the extreme states of excitement and despondency. If you train in a meditation method systematically, eventually we shall be able to eradicate from our mind the delusions that are causes of all our problems and suffering. In this way, we shall come to experience a permanent inner peace known as liberation or nirvana. Then, day and night, we shall experience only peace and happiness. Meditation is a method for acquainting our mind with virtue. It becomes a mind that analyzes or concentrates on a virtuous object. A virtuous object is one that causes us to develop a peaceful mind when we analyze it or concentrate on it. Any virtuous object, if you ask me to give the definition, is one on which the more you concentrate, the more you do it, the more peace and the more harmony it will create for others and for oneself. That is the definition of a virtuous act, or activity, or state of mind. Anything that creates more harm, more worry, and more anxiety is a non-virtuous activity. If we contemplate on an object that causes us to develop a mind that is not peaceful, filled with anger or hatred or negative actions, this indicates that that object is non-virtuous. There are also many objects that are neither virtuous nor non-virtuous but neutral. There are 2 types of meditation: analytical meditation and placement meditation. Analytical meditation is when you contemplate and think about the subject over and over again until your mind becomes detached or it is transformed. Placement meditation is to develop complete concentration, such as samatha or vipassana meditations in the holy Thai tradition. Our mind, when not focused in meditation, is like the ocean waves churning when the sea is rough. Sediments from the seabed is churned up and the water becomes murky. When the wind dies down, the sediment settles and the water becomes clear. Right now, our mind is like the seawater being blown by the wind and currents. churning all the sand, the mud, and the pebbles, and therefore the water is unclear. The moment the sea calms down, we can see through the water clearly. Similarly, when our mind calms down, our mind becomes lucid and subtle. Before you can do good contemplative meditation, you must do placement meditation. If you have enough time and you can do both, it is wonderful and you can achieve both simultaneously. With placement meditation, you will have more focus or concentration in your daily lives, more calmness and more happiness because your mind is focused, calm, and released. The first stage of meditation is to stop distractions and to make our mind clear and lucid. This can be accomplished by practicing a simple breathing meditation. First, you do the 7-step meditational posture. 1. Sitting position. The 7-point meditation posture starts with sitting in a full lotus position, if possible. This is the position of sitting cross-legged with your feet on your thighs and the sole of your feet pointing upwards. If you cannot sit in a full lotus position, you can sit in a half lotus position. Here you sit with your left foot under your right thigh and your right foot on top of your left thigh. If that is still not comfortable, you can sit on a chair. The point of meditation is not to torture our bodies. It is not a sadistic exercise. It is not to make you get all numb and you cannot move anymore. The point of meditation is to change the mind. Meditation means the cultivation of familiarizing with more positive aspects than negative. However, saying that, it is best that you can stretch your muscles and work towards sitting in the half lotus and eventually the full lotus position. This is because the full lotus position makes your posture very stable and you can remain in the same position for long periods of time. Your back should, this is number 2, your back should be completely straight. You can sit on a pillow or something to raise your spine up, but do make sure it is completely straight. Our body is full of chi energy or wind energy, which constantly runs through the channel of our body. When you direct the energy correctly, they will run smoothly in a circle instead of getting blocked at different parts of your body. When our channels are blocked, our meditations will not achieve the positive effects that they are supposed to. So, to keep the chi energy running smoothly, you sit as straight as possible, but relaxed. 3. Rest your hands in your lap, with right hand on top of the left, facing upwards, and the tips of the thumbs should be gently touching and forming a circle. 4. Your head and your spine should be straight, and you should not be slouching. Your chin should be slightly tilted towards your neck. 5. Your eyes should focus on the point of your nose. If you cannot, then just focus a little further out from the tip of your nose. Don't focus so hard that your eyes will get crossed and uncomfortable. If you keep your eyes open, then whoever goes by, you'll be distracted and you lose your meditation. However, if you keep your eyes closed, you may fall into a very nice sleep. So the antidote to that is to keep your eyes half open and focus downward. 6. The mouth and lips should be relaxed and closed lightly while you breathe through your nose. The reason why your mouth should be relaxed is that if your nose gets congested, you can breathe through your mouth slightly. If your mouth is closed tightly, you will not be able to breathe gently, and if your mouth is open too widely, you will breathe too hard and disrupt your meditation. 7. The tongue should be gently touching the roof of your mouth. At first it may be difficult, but after a while you will get used to it. The reason for that is very, very simple. It will prevent thirst from arising. This is so that people can stay focused and still, or meditate for many, many hours, and they do not become thirsty. So it is a very straightforward and practical reason. Then you meditate on the breath. At first, you will find that you cannot focus. Your mind will run here and there. It will run everywhere, to McDonald's, the tennis courts, a business deal, your car, or some music. It will run all over the place so you cannot focus. This type of situation cannot be effective. When you focus on the breath, you should not push or strain yourself. You should not sit there and say, oh, I want to be enlightened tonight. I'm going to sit here until I am enlightened. That is crazy and it is not possible. You should start by meditating for 5 minutes at a time. Then you can increase it to 6 minutes, 7, 8, 9, and 10 minutes, and so on. Increase it gradually over time. Even if it takes you 15 weeks to focus just for 5 minutes, do it. You will get a lot of benefits. The benefits you get will far outweigh the effort. If you do not do it, you are stuck with the crazy, untamed mind that you have. Every time you go outside, that crazy elephant mind is going to run you down. The elephant is like you, full of ignorance, hatred, desire, and anger. The minute you go out, when you are off your meditation cushion, the anger arises again, followed by fear. You will feel afraid that a lot of people do not like you, or when you go out you feel jealous, or you want to take revenge on people. You want to fight and you think you are very tough. That elephant is on the loose, so you have to catch it. And the only way that you can catch and tame that wild elephant mind is through meditation. You should focus on the point of your nose, at the nostril where the air goes in and out. You focus on the point of contact where you feel the air going in and coming out, and do not focus on the air itself, because the air comes in, travels through your body, and then travels back up again and out. It becomes too much to keep track of it. Therefore, you should simply keep focus on the point of contact where the air comes in and goes back out. Usually the point of contact is at the tip of the nose, through the upper lips. Though the upper lips can also be used. So you sit there in as quiet an environment as possible. Maybe you tell the kids out and close the door when you first begin your meditations. When you get advanced, the kids can jump in front of you. You can have clowns and they can blow horns at you, but it won't bother you anymore, I guarantee you. When you reach advanced meditation, nothing can distract you. So you focus on the air going in, tongue touching the top, right hand in the left, thumbs touching straight, in the lotus or half lotus, or your feet out, or at the chair, or whatever you like, in order to be comfortable. Is the back should be straight, and the eyes half open, and then you focus on the breath. In and out, in and out, in and out. Focus. Every time your mind goes wandering off, you bring it back. And again your mind goes out, you bring it back. And again your mind goes out, you bring it back again. It goes down here, goes here, past, present, it goes out, in, and you keep bringing it back to the breath, gently, without judgment or force. At the beginning, it's a big struggle, but after a while, I guarantee you see your mind calm down. You will see your very being calm down. The things that have affected you will not affect you anymore. And then, with time, you can increase that meditation to 10, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then eventually you can increase it to 2 or 3 days of pure focus. You can do it. When you have reached a state when, after even a few hours, you can keep a focus, all the craziness and anger, desire, jealousy, and hatred will calm down. I guarantee you, it will calm down. Even if you display anger afterwards, it is not anger born from delusion anymore. Rather, it will have a purpose. Now, your mind is like the turbulent water, when the waves are rushing back and forth, and all the sediments and all the sand and all the seashells and rocks are being thrown. But the minute the water calms and its sediment settle down, you can see through the water clearly. This is what the mind is like. It is like the waves on the shore churning back and forth unsettled. The minute it settles down, your mind becomes clear at that point, and you will start gaining very powerful memory and very powerful intellect. You will be able to focus and concentrate well. I think I will stop here because it's quite long. So actually, in my next session, I will do the ending of this chapter. So with that, I would like to thank you for sharing your time with me. And before I go, again, I would like to share the activity that will be happening in Kecara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And this is the event Ulam Bana, which will take place on the 10th of August 2019 on a Saturday. The event starts from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it will be at Kecara Forest Retreat. It starts at 9 a.m. with the opening speech and Dharma sharing. At 9:30 a.m. there will be the Grand Ulam Bana Genze Puja, which brings good fortune, long life and merits. At 12:15 p.m. there will be a free vegetarian lunch. At 2 p.m. Grand Ulam Bana Trakse Puja for protection and blessings. And at 5 p.m. we will end the event. There are several packages which you may be able to sponsor according to your budget and also what you wish to sponsor for. This we usually would dedicate to our loved ones who have departed as a merits for blessing them in their present, their future lives, and also to be grateful for those who are around you. So you can dedicate the merits. And the packages starts from $20. There are